Okay, so we lost by 3-0 today. In the perfect story of a game of two halves, really. I mean, in football, it's all about finishing your chances, and we didn't do that in the first half. I'm going to be honest, there's been a lot made about Jose Mourinho today. Some fans saying get rid of him right now. Some fans saying stick with him. Some people saying it's the board and all that. I'm just going to talk about the performance first of all. In the first half, I thought Jose Mourinho was brave. He went with a 3-5-2. I thought Matic would be in that centre back pairing. Well, it's the centre backs free. But it was Herrera. It was Herrera who was in there, and I thought he had a good game. I saw Luke Shaw playing probably the best he's played in United shirt in that first half. The right-hand side with Valencia, who was pressing high up the pitch. We stopped Kieran Trippier playing out from the back, and we stopped them bombing on. And on the other side, we stopped Rose in the first half. Lukaku has to finish the chance, in my opinion. He's got to score. I thought Fred looked lively, Pogba looked lively in the first half, and Jesse Lingard was playing well. Lukaku has to finish his dinner, and he didn't, and that was the difference in the first half. But even so, we go in at 0-0, and there's positive signs. I mean, the place was absolutely rocking. I almost couldn't fault us. The only thing I could fault us for in the first half was the fact that we didn't score a goal. So you're thinking we've got to come out in the second half and more of the same, please. And it just went downhill from there. You know, we switched off from an early corner. You don't leave Harry Kane with that much room. I haven't even seen the replays to see who it was who left him. But it's unforgivable defending. And the thing that really hurt me is maybe not so much conceding from, that early. Yes, that's one thing to take, but the reaction after that. I watched the ball go back to the centre half while the Tottenham players were celebrating, and you're just looking at the players. Their heads were just down. And I know this place has been renowned for comebacks and team spirit and fight. But I looked at the players when we went 1-0 down, and I honestly sat there to myself and I thought, this is going to be difficult. And again, we kicked off, we were nervy, we were cagey. And then we conceded the second. Poor marking, we went to sleep. Tottenham exploiting spaces that weren't there in the first half. The mentality from the players just wasn't there. And when it was 2-0, it was an uphill battle from there. I don't really want to talk about Mourinho too much in this because, like I said, I like the fact that he put out a 3-5-2. I like the fact he tried to play on the front foot. What I will say about Mourinho is the centre-backs situation is a clear issue. There's two sides of it. I mean, I think the centre-halves that we've got here, if you play them and they're confident and you give them a run of games, I think we can get the best out of them, especially Lindelof and Bailly. Yes, they had a poor game against Brighton. For me, if that's Sir Alex, he's putting his arm around both of them and saying, go again, lads. I want you to do well at the club. They're Jose Mourinho's buys. He's bought those two guys and they haven't played today. Lindelof came on and looked like an absolute bag of nerves, and rightly so, he's been dropped, and, Bailly wasn't even in the squad. And that's where I think the problem lies. Mourinho came out in the summer and said, that we needed players, and if we didn't get them, it was going to be a difficult season. So the players' confidence is already going to be down. We were scrimping and scramping for a centre-half on deadline day. How's that going to make the centre-halves feel who we've already got? Smalling and Jones, in the first half, I think they played well. They played well. Tottenham didn't cause us any troubles, and the only trouble that they did have was when we made a mistake. So we was in control. But maybe it's showing a few more of the same things that we keep seeing. The players' mentality is not up to scratch. We're not good enough, and we're not clinical enough. And I saw Pogba's head go a little bit. He didn't look like he was too interested in the second half when things weren't going right. We started giving the ball away in silly areas. But, there's a couple of positives to take from it in terms of, I like the fact that he's tried to play the 3-5-2. But Jose's so knee-jerk with his reactions. God knows what formation he's going to play against Burnley now. And that's going to be an even tougher game than today, especially off the back of that. The mood around the club is probably at an all-time low. You've got fans don't know whether they're coming or going with the Mourinho thing, and it's not good. I really thought today, I said in my previews that I thought we'd do Tottenham today. I thought it'd be tight and cagey, but I thought we'd probably nick it 1-0 or maybe a 2-1, like Rant said in the preview. And the fact that we always get it done here against the top six sides, usually, barring City last year, we beat them all. And I really thought that we would get that today. And the early signs were promising. It's so frustrating sitting here on the back of a 3-0 defeat, especially when the first half was so promising, and that was the biggest downer for me, because I'm not going to lie, I was sitting in my seat almost saying, Jose, do you know what, at least you've gone for it. Fair enough, I'm not really sure about having Smalling and Jones back in the squad, etc., but they played well. I was very surprised to see Herrera in that back three, as almost like the right centre-back, but he did all right in the first half. But slowly it started to come undone, and slowly we started to see old habits creeping in, and it just went from bad to worse. Where do we go from here? I mean, there's a lot being made about it. There's a lot. I mean, I personally think that it's going to be a long, difficult season. There's going to be more results like this. I don't think Jose knows his best team. I don't think he will know his best team anytime soon. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another knee-jerk reaction with squad selection after this. We need to find a way to get settled. And the games are coming thick and fast. Like I said, we go to Burnley away, then it's the international break, and then we go to Watford, and they're in great form right now. That's going to be a difficult game. There's no hiding from the games. It's the Premier League. Some people ask me, do I think Jose Mourinho is going to get sacked, and do I want him gone out the club? I think if he carries on, if the results carry on, I mean, this is a results business. If Jose keeps up a high win percentage, the board won't sack him. If we get top 4, top 3, the board won't sack him. But the way it's going, it's looking very, very dull at the moment. I have to be very honest about that. Very disappointing today. I'm trying to hold on to the small positives, which was the fact that I loved our first half performance. That was the first time I've seen us play like that in a couple of years at least. More. You know, it was really refreshing to see. And I wanted to be able to walk away from it saying, that's why we've been screaming for the 3-5-2. You know, having Shaw and Valencia like pressing high up, it completely like destroyed Tottenham's game. They weren't able to get at us apart from a few mistakes that we made. Guys, I want you to drop your views in the comments in the boxes below. Let me know what you guys think. You know, is Jose to blame for today's defeat? Because I don't think he purely was. He maybe looked at you look at a few of the decisions he made in terms of not having Bailly in there, completely getting rid of Martial, not even in the squad. You can argue that, but I don't think he was fully to blame today. I think the players' heads weren't in it today. But that begs the question of why are these players' mentality not good? And it obviously all goes down to coaching. Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below, guys. Thanks for watching.